Have you damaged your black water tank? Is your valve leaking everywhere? Let me present to you the Poop Catcher 5000.
What did you do?
It's a little contact paper and cut up water bottle.
Why not duct tape? Were we out?
I couldn't find it quickly.
Okay, so
Anyway.
so contact paper,
Yeah.
whatever's sticky.
Yeah, so I just held this up under there and I pulled the thing and it all... So, but I gotta flush
Gross.
the tanks before we get to the place.
Yeah,
So, and then I gotta go wash my hands.
yeah.
So I'm gonna need to turn on the flush valve real quick for me.
Okay.
So I just wanted you to capture this moment for posterity.
Okay.
Love you, baby. So the Poop Catcher 5000, what an idea. Didn't work out quite as well as I thought.
So, would you like to explain how that came about?
Well, we got to the RV park in Tahoe and they had a site available for us and they gave us the map and we drove up this narrow windy lane into the campground and then went around the curve and realized that the curve was just a little too sharp for our 37-foot trailer. And at that point, there was just no way I could back up all the way down that windy, narrow, one-lane road with like 3-4 feet of snow on either side. So I figured, just cut the corner, no problem. We'll do what we can. Yeah, I'll drag the wheels through the back. It happens. But I didn't think about the fact that that's where the black water pipes are, and they kind of got a little bit messed up. And so we kind of had a little bit of a leak.
But you fixed it.
I did. We're going to have an interesting conversation about repairs on the road. But we eventually got to a much warmer place.
Yeah.
And
Just like that.
just like that, yeah. 10 hours of driving. You guys get 5 seconds of video. But for us, it was just, for her, it was just like that.
No, it was really cool though, because we started out and we're in Tahoe and there was how much snow on the
There's
cloud?
like 4 feet laying on the ground. The plows were 6-8 feet up.
Yeah,
the side
and
of the
some of
road.
those roads were really narrow and windy, and Jeff trying to drive the trailer.
Always fun.
Yeah. But while we were driving, we saw rain for the first time.
Yeah, it been quite a while.
Yeah. I don't know how long it had been since we had seen rain. And I didn't even realize, I didn't think about the fact that we hadn't seen rain until we saw it. And then you remember those waterfalls along the road.
Oh, it was beautiful with all the snow melting and
yeah, they were so full and
flooding them up.
rolling. Yeah, flowing really fast. Then we ended up making our way over to the California coast, and we were heading toward Eureka, was sort of the target.
It was so weird to be in the snow one day, like deep snow, and 10 hours later, we're at this nice, warm, sunny golf course. We hadn't seen sunshine like that in forever. It was pretty crazy. So at that point, I think we'd really only used our Harvest Host membership, once, twice?
Once or twice, something like that.
Yeah, and then we discovered the golf courses. Parking lot's wide open. We get breakfast at the clubhouse.
Or dinner, depending on how
Yep.
late we get there.
It's just
So
nice.
the only thing is with staying at the golf courses, the day starts pretty early.
Yes, it does.
So you have to be prepared for that, because what time? Usually the groundskeepers are out there
6, 7 o'clock
yeah,
in the morning.
6 or 7, which is fine for us. And then people are out there playing, so
Yeah.
don't want to walk out in your pajamas. And they're always wondering what this RV is doing there, and
Yep.
you know, people are kind of peeking and trying to check it out.
Yep.
So how did we end up in Eureka?
I believe it had something to do with what what they were calling the snow event.
Yeah. So we were on our way to Whistler anyway, and when we were in Tahoe, they were calling for another big snowstorm. It was like 2 to 4 feet in town and 6 to 8 feet on the slopes, which would have been amazing to ski. But since we had a bit of a timeline, we had to take our window.
And that very tight single lane road to get the 37-foot trailer out. Yeah, maybe they'd plow it for us, but you know, if it bends and curves even a little bit, you're dragging the tail of the trailer through the snow, and I just didn't want to do any more damage than we already had.
After what we had already done.
So that weekend.
Yeah, we were in a beautiful spot, and for the first time in 3 months, we didn't need winter coats, so we wanted to go outside.
Yeah, look. Trying to get the train up. Got the blue print.
Alright, well, this one's gonna be good.
Huh?
That was a good one.
Was it? You're the one that found the trail for us, the Trinidad Head Trail.
Yeah, there's some beautiful spots along the California coastline that I'd always wanted to see, and one of them was Trinidad Head Trail. Beautiful island, lots of paths crisscrossing all over the place. You could explore the cliffs, you could explore down by the shoreline. It was really nice. Small, tight, winding roads getting in there. Fortunately, there was a big parking lot at the bottom where we could turn around and also park our huge RV and van combination.
Yeah, thankfully we got there early, so the parking lot was empty. We were able to just pretty much pull right in.
Yeah.
But
And take up 16 parking spaces.
Yeah. But then it filled up, and getting out was a little trickier, huh?
Yeah, you know, you would think that people would say, hey, that big trailer's probably going to need a little bit of room to move to get out of that spot.
They don't
Call me
think about
crazy.
They don't realize.
But then the flip side is they're probably, look at that guy taking up literally 6 or 7 spots, and probably like, well, I'm going to park wherever I can park. So I understand.
Yeah, and it got crowded, so.
It did, but that was a beautiful hike, a beautiful day.
It was.
I think the trail takes about an hour or so, but there's all sorts of little offshoots and things to explore, and benches to sit on and rest and just enjoy the view. It was beautiful.
Absolutely. The trail provides some of the best viewpoints on the Pacific coast, and it's a nice spot to see whales as they migrate between Alaska and Baja, or see seals or dolphins and sea lions. We didn't see any, unfortunately.
So I'm going to have to duck.
So it really wasn't a huge hiking area, but there were lots of paths and tree-covered areas to explore.
Walk around the mud if you could, please. You're a piece of work, dude. Let's check it out.
It just comes out right over here. So I was reading about the area, and it turns out that Spanish explorers landed there and claimed the land, and they marked it with a large wooden cross. So while we were there, we also went to Redwood. It was right there. And we ended up going to the Kuchel Visitor Center.
I don't know how to say it.
Something.
Kuchel.
I don't know. But that was what was close by along the coast. And we really didn't have a whole lot of time, just a few hours. So we just went in and asked the ranger. That's kind of my thing. I'm only here. I know you need a lot more time. I know people say you need days or weeks to explore everything, but I have
X hours.
whatever amount of time. And
so make it worth my trip.
Exactly. So she suggested we head up the road just a little bit. Big Tree in the Prairie Creek State Park.
Holy cow, look at this one. It's huge. It's a big piece. It looks like it's going to fall off. You see it up there?
It was about a 2.5 mile flat loop through some of the tallest redwoods in the world.
So cool. Look at this.
There aren't a whole lot of options for RV repair when you're living in it and you're on the road. So how did you just went on the website, on the dealer website?
Yeah,
the
so
manufacturer
there's a
website?
bunch of different options when you're on the road. One of them is to find, you want to go to the manufacturer's website and find dealers that sell your version of the trailer, the RV. You can also call these mobility repair places. They'll come out to you. They tend to be in the more populous areas where there's a lot more RV campgrounds, recreation spots, destination spots, vacation spots.
So like the guy we used in Colorado.
Yeah, yeah. Another option is just go to Camping World and talk to somebody and buy the parts you need and do it yourself. However, I recommend against being inventive when it comes to things like the Poop Catcher 5000.
Well, that was necessity. That wasn't.
And then Monday arrived.
Yep. And they didn't fix it. Do it yourself.
Step 1, drain the tank.
So next stop, Oregon.
Yeah, I hear it rains there.
A little bit. So if you haven't already, please, please, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.